in for a while. Now I'm doing data analytics as well. Yes.
Now in the past, we thought that anytime we hear of ICT, it's a man's world.
Yeah.
But we are bridging that gap.
Yes.
We want gender equality in there.
Exactly.
And the ladies are doing it, and
yeah.
you're doing it better.
Yes.
And let's talk about why Open Labs decided to collaborate with Tema Community 8, number 2, JHS for this particular day.
Okay, so Open Labs has been in the system for a while, 20 years and more, and we have also noticed that in our training sector where we train ICT, we have very few women coming in for training. The ratio in the technical space in terms of ratio of women to men is 4:1, which is very low. So not just this school. Last year we did that in Temasco. We ran the same initiative in Temasco. So why we partnered with this school, it was actually recommended by the GES. We are reaching out to more schools, not just Committee 8, number 2, but we will be reaching out to other schools as well, trying to encourage girls to take up technology roles or to take up technology careers. When we talk about girls or women, usually we have women going into nursing, teacher. Yes.
About nursing, till today, when a man says he's a nurse,
yeah.
Say, oh, how can a man be a nurse?
Yeah.
And then we have more men in the
in
ICT
that.
Yes, well.
Yes. So we want to encourage women that yes, you can do it. We have women in the ICT space. We can talk of Regina Honu. We can talk of Ivy Bali. There are women and girls making it big in the IT sector. So the main goal of this initiative is to encourage girls, encourage women, mentor them, give them the right foundation that they need so that they can take up roles or take up careers in the tech space. We want to hear girls also saying, I want to be a computer engineer, coming up with, big innovations. So that's basically why we are on this initiative.
Right. And talking about the theme for this year, it is?
Digital Skills for Life, yes.
It's all about digital skills for life. And that note, we'll take a quick break. When we come, we'll go talk to some of the students who are into ICT. I'm not talking about all students. I'm talking about female students who are into ICT. Please stay. You're still watching to the ICT space. It's International Girl in ICT Day, and so we celebrate them. We want to bridge the gap. It's all about gender equality, and so today we are having a conversation with Open Labs Ghana, and I have the general manager right here by me. Now, when I saw her, I got excited because I said, okay, we are celebrating girls, and then is a woman who is the general manager for a whole ICT company. My goodness. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you too?
I'm fine, thank you. You look beautiful this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Rosalie.
You have conquered what people thought women can't do.
Whoa.
Yes. How long have you been doing ICT?
I have been working in the space for almost 20 years. Yes.
Wow. What got you into it?
Well, I started as a counselor, an academic counselor. I'm very, very passionate about education, encouraging young girls especially to get educated. So I just happened to find myself in the IT world, in the IT space. Okay.
You enjoy it, don't you?
Well, I do. I like working with people. So, yeah, I do enjoy it.
It's 20 years, definitely.
Almost 20 years, yes.
So she's not that young.
No, I'm not.
It hasn't been that easy.
No, it hasn't.
It's a male-dominated.
It has always been, but gradually we are bridging the gap. Open Labs have been operating for close to 20 years in Ghana. No, a little over 20 years in Ghana. So when we started, it was difficult. It was mostly male. But now we've had a lot of females showing interest in taking programs in IT, and Open Labs is also doing our bit. Okay. We have this initiative called the Junior Females Challenge Award, where we are giving a lot of females scholarships to study programming online for free. Yeah. So we encourage, if you have friends, siblings, or schools, that's the reason why we are even passionate, or we are organizing this program, so that we can encourage more girls to take ICT as careers, because one, it will help bridge the gap, and then two, it will empower them. Now the ICT space is like becoming, how do I put it?
It's becoming very competitive. It's becoming lucrative.
It is lucrative. I mean, it is lucrative. So yeah, to get the girls empowered, and a decent living, we are also encouraging them to look at ICT apart from nursing, doctor, medicine, law, teaching and everything. Yeah. So that's what we are trying to do. So, yeah.
I like that. And so we want to delve into this conversation. I want to talk some more with the girls, and I know you also want to have a conversation with the girls.
Exactly.
And empower them more.
Exactly.
So we'll all go to the classroom and have a conversation with those beautiful girls who are into ICT. It's all about bridging that gender gap. Stay with us.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Thanks.
You are still watching Prime Morning, and like I told you earlier, we are in Tema, live from Tema. I'm excited. This conversation is it's just making me, I don't know, it's giving me some goosebumps. Now, we always talk about gender equality, and anytime we talk about gender equality, what we don't talk about is the sectors that men have occupied, that women are struggling to occupy, and so we want to bridge that gap. And today is International Girls in ICT Day. We celebrate every young girl out there who is into ICT, not just them, but for the women who have also paved the way for them. We are bringing you this conversation live from Tema Community 8, number 2, JHS, and I have girls who are into ICT seated right here as we have this conversation. Now, this is in collaboration with Open Labs Ghana. They are also trying hard to make sure they bridge that gender gap in ICT, because they know that when we talk about ICT, it's not just about men, but women can do it as well. So let's have some conversation with some of the students, and then I talk to the teacher from Open Labs Ghana, who is taking them through building of coding. I don't know if that's what the name is, of coding, building of coding, but hey, we'll talk about that. But let me start off with a conversation with some of the girls. Hello, good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Elsie Bedema.
Elsie, what class are you?
I'm in Form 3.
All right. So how long have you been doing ICT?
Since class 1.
Oh, so do you really love it? Tell us the truth.
Yeah, I really love it. It's fun. It's a fun experience.
What exactly about ICT do you love? Because I know they say there's coding, there is, there are different types. So what exactly about it do you love?
Mostly the building of robots and connecting the wires, coding the robots and everything. It's all fun.
The robotics, eh?
Yes, please.
Have you built any robots yet?
Yeah, I built one, I think last year.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Can you tell me about what you built?
I was in a group. We joined the G-Step Ghana. Then we built a robot that cleans up gutters. Then we had to connect the wires and connect every part, then code with the robot for it to be functional.
So is it functioning?
Yes, functional.
Wow, I mean, definitely the world is changing. But what are your dreams and aspirations? I know as in JHS, they'll tell you that, oh, you can do this, but you might have other dreams. What do you want to be?
I want to be a military officer in future.
Are you throwing away the ICT?
In that, you'll also be using the ICT in communicating with others and everything.
I like that. High five. And don't let that dream die. Now, let me speak to another student here. I think you should stand up, stand by me, okay, so the computer doesn't block your face. What's your name?
I'm Grace.
Grace, what class are you?
Form 3.
Form 3, JHS 3.
Yes, please.
Form 3. How long have you been doing ICT?
Okay, it's been fun ever since when you're working with it, you see so many different things, Yeah, you're able to create things, new things to feed people with what they need.
What about ICT do you love?
About creating new things to help people, yeah.
What have you created?
Not really, but we are working on a project, yeah.
Tell us about your project.
Okay, we are working on how to, there is a certain girl in my class, she sells, she helps the mother in cooking at the choba. And so they were pouring out the water from a certain thing, but the water poured in her, so she actually, out of that, she was dead. So we are planning.
She died?
Yes, please. So we are planning on doing something that will drain the thing out of the food, rather no stressing yourself doing anything. Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to see what you will come out with, because this is something that obviously I know it will break your heart anytime you think about it, knowing that your friend died out of this and you want to help others to prevent death. Congratulations and keep doing that. But what are your dreams and aspirations?
I want to become a bank manager, typing.
That's what you want to do. And you know banking includes ICT.
Yes.
Okay. So definitely you are going to be creating some webs and all of that for the bank one day.
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you so much. And make sure you don't lose that dream. Have a seat. And we want to encourage every young girl out there that this field is not as male dominated as you think it is. It is not just men who can conquer it. You can do it as well. Let's talk to the teacher from Open Labs Ghana today. And I'll call him to join me. Hi, Joshua. Do join me. How are you? Let's come this way so we have enough space. How are you today?
I'm good. Yourself, please?
Fine, thank you. Now, we know we are celebrating the girls, but hey, we see a man by us. It happens all the time.
Good.
Now, you have been doing ICT for a while, and of course, there's a ratio of 4-1, meaning 4 men to 1 ladies. Are we bridging the gap?
I think we have a lot of initiative coming up of late that are driving the STEM agenda to get more women in ICT. For example, the Ministry of Communication have the girls in coding, where they run coding programs for the senior high schools, only for girls. And we have STEM senior high schools too, only for girls. So I think all these interventions going on, it's going to help to get more females into the STEM and ICT space.
Do we have a lot of females who are interested in it?
I think stereotypically, they might not want to go into it because of society environment, but once we keep on encouraging them from a very young age, and exposing them to these technologies, they will grow up with it and they begin to like it. And yes, I have seen a lot of females who have grown much interest into it. Most of them didn't even study computing or ICT-related program in the university, but after they finished, because there were programs for them to engage in, they were able to build a career in ICT.
What does the future look like in ICT?
I think the future is all about technology. Today we have a technology called ChatGTP. You can type in any question and they'll give you a straight answer.
Somebody was telling me about it. It's an app that you put on your phone, right?
Yes, that's right. So you go online and then you sign up, and whatever question, you can tell it to give you a recipe for Ghana Jollof. Whatever thing you have in mind, once you ask it, it's able to give you the question.
So what I heard was somebody said, or you tell the app to say something about somebody's birthday, wish a birthday, and the app will
write a note and a poem, very nice one for you. You can write proposal, you can write programs, whatever you want. You can schedule your calendar activities, everything you can imagine. It's able to generate that information for you.
Now, people think that very soon humans will not be needed again. We'll have robots take over. Do you think it will happen?
According to a research by the World Economic Forum, they said by 2030 we're going to lose 800 million jobs globally. And this is as a result of automation, robotics, and technology. However, all these industries have to be built. We need workforces to build all these machine, new technologies. I think there's a shift in jobs. So most of the jobs are shifting to the technology area where we need to build more capacity so that when the world shifts, we can be able to shift along with our people. We can look back about 5-10 years ago. There was nothing like Uber. There was nothing like influencers, social media managers, and directors. These were new jobs.
Digital marketing.
They were invented. That means these new technologies are also going to bring a lot of new jobs we haven't seen before, and we should be ready to take up these opportunities.
Are we ready, though?
We are getting ready.
Do you think Ghana is ready, especially the young girls?
I think Africa as a whole, we probably 15-20 years behind, and it's an opportunity for us to also leapfrog. Because if we see where the world is going and we can prepare ourselves and move really quick, we might not have to go through all what the developed country had to go through to get there. We can just move straight. So I think, yes, we are gradually getting there. And with the interventions and programs going on like what we're having here, we need more of this to happen and to also prepare everybody. I also believe parents have a role to play because most of the career choices are influenced by parents. And once parents are also involved in this conversation, it also helps them to understand where the world is going and make sure they help the kids find their interests and help them get to the good career.
We have heard this field is very lucrative. How true is this?
Well, the beauty about this field is that you have the freedom to work from home. And it's skills-based. So once you have the skills, you can work for any company in the world, even from a bedroom, and they're going to pay you in foreign currency. So yes, it is And if you look at where the demands of jobs are going, most of the demand jobs are all in the field of technology. So yes, it's very lucrative.
Joshua, thank you so much for having this conversation. We know that you are helping the young ones with decoding today, right?
That's right.
Oh, is it coding or decoding?
It's coding.
Okay.
Or you can also say programming.
Okay, so explain what coding is.
Okay, so you see the apps we use on our phones, on our PCs. Some computer engineers or software developers or software engineers have to build them. And the process of building these applications is called the coding. And then the way we program them or we code them is called the programming. So it also have languages, just like human-speaking languages. And once you study the language, you'll be able to build all these applications. So coding basically means writing a series of instructions that a computer will understand and be able to execute.
Okay, so you see, reason why I think most girls out there are not too much into it is because they feel it's too, digitalized, where you are using coded language. It's like you doing chemistry and all of that. Could that be the reason?
It was the reason from before, but thanks to technology and innovation today, there are some applications you don't have to even know how to code. As long as you can drag and drop, just like you are doing your photo editing with your apps, you can just pull and drop and be able to still build application. And today, building applications become easier and easier. So what we're going to do here today, these are works or projects students in the university doing computer engineering, computer science should be doing. But today, they made it so easier that even at the primary level, they can start building electronics and writing simple coding.
Okay, so on that note, I'll leave you to take the children through and I'll have a conversation with the headmistress of the school. All right, so Joshua, you can go ahead and help the children. If I can have the headmistress of the school join me, please. Hello, madam. Good morning.
Morning, madam.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Right.
Now, we know that the ladies are taking over in ICT. Let's talk about your children. Are they really interested in it, especially the girls?
Very, very interested and very sharp. Yeah, so I'm very proud of them. And you can see from what they told you and their preparations for this program.
How long have you been a headmistress for the school?
I could say 2.5 years now.
So let's compare 2.5 years ago and now. Have we had improvement with the interest of young girls getting into ICT?
Yes, there's much improvement because the world is changing. They know we are in the global world. And every subject goes with ICT. And this time there's more research work in the new curriculum. So this makes them go into it, learn more, and then they build up their interest. So it has improved.
But do they say it's easy or it's difficult?
So far, so good. I have not heard anyone saying it's difficult. I've not heard.
What about the government support? Has it been good?
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
What about Open Labs? How did you get Open Labs to collaborate with your school?
Well, fortunately, I could say I'm being lucky, just as you are here interviewing me. So by God's grace, it's not bad. I'm having positive responses.
That's good. So more girls in there?
Yes.
So for now, how many girls have shown interest that in the future they want to embark in ICT?
I think, these girls are curious, so almost all of them, everyone will have something to say. Right. So I wish whatever they intend doing should come to pass.
Right. And congratulations.
Thank you, madam.
All right. Thank you so much. So, speaking, you didn't give us your name.
Yes, I'm Miss Eunice Osabute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Eunice Osabute, she is the headmistress for Community 8, number 2 JHS. And, she's doing a fantastic job. The computer lab is beautiful. And we'll have a conversation with okay, this is the ICT teacher. Hello.
Hello, madam.
What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel Nati.
Oh, Emmanuel Nati. Emmanuel Nati, how long have you been teaching ICT?
I've been teaching it for almost like 7 years now. Yes.
So 7 years ago and now, let's do the comparison. Are we seeing more girls interested in ICT?
Yes, we are seeing more girls. Previously, it becomes very difficult for girls even to hold a mouse. But today, they are doing more things. Like, you see what the girls were telling you. Yes, they are able to do, coding and then robotics and all that. So I think that is in the right direction, yes.
What is making them get interested? Because in the past, they'll say it's difficult. What makes it different now?
I think that with new apps and all that are in the system now, previously it was difficult even trying to, turn off or turn on a computer, but today it's user-friendly. So it's one of the keys. And then today, their parents have smartphones, and most of the apps that are on the computers are on their the smartphones, so they are able to play with it at home. Children are very sharp. You put the phone down, they can do a lot of things with it. You see, yes.
So the phones have come to help them?
Yes, they have really come to help.
Should we give our phones to our children?
Yes, yes. But we have to educate them on how to. I think we have to monitor them, and then they will be able to do marvelous things with it, yes.
Now, there are different types of ICT. When you break it down, there's robotics, there's coding, there are different types. Which ones are the girls more interested in?
The girls are, the girls are more interested in robotics. And then it differs. Some of them are more interested in, like softwares and social media. The problems that...
What about the digital marketing? Because it's also taking over.
Yes. They... doing it unknowingly, they've been doing it, but actually they don't know that, they don't know how to use it. Because I always tell them that when you go on social media, you shouldn't be the person watching people on social, you should be the person being watched. Okay, so how would you make yourself being watched? That is where the marketing and then all these things comes out from. So it naturally will come out from them. How do I make myself to be watched? What do I have to put on social media that people really have to, like my videos or my pictures and all that. So that is where it starts from. So automatically, naturally, the person begins to market him or herself. Yes.
Emmanuel, thank you so much. I know that you keep on encouraging more young ladies into the field. Your time, how many men were there as compared to the ladies when you were in school?
Like how many men were,
studying ICT, and how many women were in?
Oh, there were no women.
There were no women.
Yes. Actually, I went to Adisada College, so it's a boys' school.
After
Adisada College, I went to the training college, and there were no women. Actually, there were no women in ICT.
Things are changing then, and we're excited about that. Now, at disco, don't worry, my husband went to a disco, so I'm at disco. So let's go to Joshua and see exactly what Joshua is doing. Joshua says he is taking them through coding. So Joshua, please walk them through it.
Okay, so we are going to build a circuit. In school, we have been taught how to design.
Please tell us what exactly is in your pack.
So in the STEM 8 kits, we have what we call the Arduino board. It's a mini computer. So that's how smaller computers are becoming now. And this allows you to program other hardware. So they write the coding, and the coding runs on this device. Now, these are jumper wires for building our circuits. This is an LED, light emitting diode. And this is a breadboard. The breadboard provides a platform for you to build or mount your circuit easily, so that when you're close and you want to dismantle it easy. Ideally, if they want to build a circuit, they would have to get solder iron and all that. And these are some of the things that make it very difficult for people to just build basic circuits. So we are going through how to build a circuit, and we mounted the LED on the breadboard. We connected our jumper wire. So this will be our positive jumper wire. When you get to our house and the room and you press the switch, the light comes on. But we haven't asked ourselves, how did the light came on after pressing that button? There's a circuit behind that plastic plate on the wall. And within that circuit, you'll find two wires, the neutral and then the live wire that carries the power. So anytime we press the switch, the button, we do what we call circuit close. When the circuit gets close, current flows through the power, it gets to the bulb, and the bulb comes out. So that's the same thing we're going to build here.
Right. So we are building that, and we hope everybody is trying their hands on it. We know you all have your kits, right? Okay, so we are trying our hands on it.
So now that we have connected our positive and negative jumper wire, pick your Arduino board, and then look on the board. You see digital pins from pin 0 to pin 13. Do you all see that? Yes. Okay, that's good. There's also GND. Do you see GND? There's one after 13, and there's 1, 2 at the power side. Yes. Okay, so GND is for negative. So GND stands for ground. And then the positive jumper wire goes to the digital pins. Now let's connect the red jumper wire, the other end of the red jumper wire on the breadboard, to digital pin 7. Have you seen 7? Yes. So connect the red wire, the jumper wire, to 7. So connect to pin 7. Good, good, good. Now the negative, which is the white one, it has to go to GND. Any of the GND. Connect to any of the GND. We have 3 GND on the board. Connect the negative to any of the GND. Are we done? Yes. Great. Now you might have one of this cable. It might be either blue or black. So it's a cable that you use to connect your board to the computer. After you finish with your coding on the computer, you would like to transfer the program to your board. And this cable is a connector that helps you transfer the program from the PC to this board. Now, this side goes to the board. Let's connect this side to the board. You connect to where the shiny silver port is. So that's how it goes inside. You need to push it inside. And then the USB side goes to your PC. So the USB will go to your PC. Connect this side to the USB of your computer. Your computer. So you have your light on, eh? Good. So what we are going to do next is we are going to write a program to turn on and off the light. So if your light is on, it means there's already a program going on that is using that pin. If your light is off, it means the board that you have don't have the program yet. So we have to write the program to turn on the light. Do we all have our circuit built? Yes. So that's how circuits are built. Was it difficult? No. Good.
All right, so as it's not difficult, we will continue building our circuits, and now we have to go right to the studio, and we continue to do this. But we know that every young girl out there can do this, and so we are bridging the gap. It's no more a male-dominated field, but for the young ladies out there, you can do it as well. If you've seen your peers doing it, know that you can do it. The world is changing, and take advantage of how new the world is going. We have been bringing you this live from Tema Community 8, number 2 JHS, and we are very grateful to all of them, to the headmistress and staff, and also to Open Labs Ghana for doing this for the young girls out there.